but, oh, he's getting the Graviton Catapult, which, I'm going to have to agree with Husky on this one, is the coolest upgrade name thus far, although Flux Veins was so much better. It was better. I'm being a little turd and running my Colossus right into that, so right into those cannons. Colossus, a bunch of stalkers are forcing things to run away. 2 carrier on the way, looking around at the battle. They do manage to pick up the Immortal before it gets sniped. My expansion is just now getting underway. Got that. Another Colossus. So, units tab. We have we have a bunch of, we have 4 Mutalisks for Grinder, which right now can be pretty effective because, well, actually we mostly have we have some air defense around our mineral lines because of that earlier drop. This hatchery is almost dead. Lou's still going for a bunch of roaches. I just have a couple of zealots hanging around down here. Not a whole lot of units for Dark Templar, as is just kind of hanging out here. Got a fair amount of minerals though, so probably be morphing in more units. Still just a bunch of Mutalisks. I don't know why Grinder isn't spending all this money. He's got the larva. That expansion isn't quite saturated, but oh well. Shazam's got fairly good force. And Coach B is just kind of running around here sniping overlords. Not a whole lot going on right now besides just harass and small pokes. Jock's Observer's heading over there. And No Hands is still just sitting there. I never noticed that he had it there. Oh well. Yeah. So here comes what should be an attack, but Lou goes nope. He's burrows. So he's just gonna burrow. I'm just gonna run around here and be like, oh, I cannot take care of that, so I'm just gonna... Jox is taking the high yield. Kind of risky, but it can pay off on this map, because the 2 middle expansions are kind of hard to hold, because they're on the direct route to your opponent's bases. So, although the high yield is right next to your opponent's base, pretty much. So as you saw, Blink Stalkers can harass it, air units can. Yeah, so just pinging that. I did kill the rock. No, I didn't. But they are slightly protected by the rocks. But that's not that big of a deal, because later in the game those just get destroyed instantly. No Hands going for his 3rd in the middle. Lou is gonna intercept all these stalkers, so he's gonna do a fair amount of damage to these. Shazam's gonna turn around and run back. Grinder's got a fair amount of mutas, although he still only has 9. I honestly have no clue what he's doing, because he's just sitting on all this money, just not doing anything with it. As he's like giving it to the Protoss to help them macro, but I don't really see the point of that. I don't know, 2-base Zerg on 4v4 is kind of hard to pull off, although it does depend. So there's a fair force down here. Take care of this. Coach has got a couple carriers that he can use to try to take this out, but lo and behold, there's some stalkers, so one carrier could go down, and nope. She escapes, or he, because that's the voice that they have when they spawn. Carrier has arrived. I just noticed this. The creep spreading for both Zerg players is god awful. They're just not doing that great. So Shazam and No Hand are grouping up for an attack to where I don't know. I'm running down here to help take this out. Grinder's got a fair amount of units now, although he does have 2,000 minerals, which is a ridiculous amount that you should not have 4v4. Just spending it like crazy. Although you can't have it because oftentimes you just be sitting there and you just have that. So I actually just kill those rocks, and then these two are just knocking at my door, which is never a good thing. Bosses there. Stalkers running around. A couple more are going to run scared. I don't know if they're going to do anything. I don't remember if they do. Nope. They just turn around and go back to the logistics. So I don't know why Dark Templar put his Nidus form right there. It's kind of an awkward spot. Although it does make sense. So the Immortals said we're trying to do something, aren't we? So and we're gonna go and try to make something happen here. Right now, they have. They're pretty well behind by a good 20 supply, most of them, because we're all in the hundreds. I'm 123. Dark Templar's at 98. Boo's at 106. And Coach B's at 103. And they're all just sitting around 90, 75. No Hand and Shazam just lost a ton of supply. No Hand in Warheads. And Shazam in, I think, just units. So I think I deemed the Zerg the weakest link, so we go for him first. Either that, or I just want to take him out of the way because units are annoying and I hate them. But maybe that's just me as a Protoss player. Coach B's just going to be coming in and just cleaning this up. I really should have put a pylon somewhere over here to make the reinforcement distance shorter. Jox is not going to be coming to engage my army. He's instead going to be running up here, up here, up here. There he goes. To Dark Templar, who just spawns a bunch of mutas, only to the Nidus worm. So that, I don't know, it did save his units. He's just gonna puke them out over here. And Red is pretty much dead at this point. He's trying to get a Roach one. That's not gonna... It's finished. It's gonna die though. And he's just making a bunch of drones that die instantly. Shazam is coming back up here to meet up with No Hand, who has switched to Void Rays with shields. Upgrades right now. I'm at 301. Lou is at 21. No Hand is at 010. And Shazam is at 001. We're never going to care about Grinder because he's dead. So this expansion is finally looking to get taken out. He has mined from it for quite a while, so there's a couple mineral patches missing. He's mined those out. Yeah, this is finally gonna go down. Jox splits as he's dead as well. And so Blue's gonna run up here trying to make something happen. Just gonna kill a couple stalkers. Not sure if it was really worth it. So we'll see what happens. My one lowly Colossus being an idiot and explodes Baba blue firiness. I don't know where they would go. Maybe they're going to maybe attack the middle, but oh, wait a second, I'm at your base. So they're gonna turn around. I'm gonna blink some stalkers somewhere. Storm's going down, so basically my entire army is just gonna die. Ludo's gonna save the day with his incredible amount of roaches, and more roaches, and then Coach B is gonna come and this guy's gonna take up the toy race because we don't have anything else. So meanwhile, my 5 Colossus are just sitting up here having a heyday and stuff. I did take the high yield kind of late in the game. You should be building more units. I have 28,000 minerals. That's always a mistake I make, is I never make enough production facilities. I have 4 gateways in a robo. Really, off of 2 base, I should have more, but oh well. Meanwhile, Lou's got 3 hatcheries in his base, in his main. Dark Templar is rebuilding. Spreading that creep like a boss with the overlords. And that's when they quit. Because they had basically nothing left. 00360. I don't even know what that 60 is, what that 60 in. It's in probes, immortal, and 3 stalkers. Against, well, more than you could destroy. With that much. So this was a tense game when it was played, because it was just kinda like, oh, we're hanging on for dear life here, as the drop in my mineral line, whoa, hey there, did a fair amount of damage and took out several probes and just stopped my mining. Dark Templar was just kind of a battering, punching bag thing for the entire game, which isn't that bad of a thing. It did let us macro up and win, but sorry, Dark Templar. Wish you could have helped more. So that's kind of about it. Keep watching for more, and have a great day. Don't get sick. See ya.